For me, the universe is a continuum of energy in transit. Definition that in its apparent innocence hides an irrefutable statement: they do not exist discontinuities in the universe. Electric fields varying in time induce proportional magnetic fields variations, and, in the same way, varying magnetic fields induce proportional changes in electric fields. Our current society has been rapidly developing over this electromagnetic induction phenomenon for almost 200 years, and its theoretical framework was based on and established by the work of Coulomb, Faraday, Lenz, Heaviside, Maxwell, etc. That is why this knowledge is already imparted from school, and no one doubts that all the bands in telecommunications behind these advances belong to the electromagnetic spectrum. And other undulating phenomena such as X-rays and gamma rays have been seamlessly integrated into the electromagnetic spectrum in addition to telecommunications. Thus, all these undulatory phenomena establish a continuous electromagnetic spectrum vertebrate by frequency phenomenon whose propagation still occurs in the vacuum of space, as current state of knowledge points out, allowing us to communicate with spacecraft, satellites, etc. Just as electric current flows in conductors suffer heat emission losses due to the Joule effect, electromagnetic induction is also subject to heat emission losses. The heat emitted by induction in the vacuum is very small, and in the conductors is masked by the Joule effect itself. Regardless of which frequency band of the electromagnetic spectrum the waves belong to, they all respond with their own behaviors to wave phenomena such as reflection, refraction, diffraction, opacity, etc. Like both the Earth's magnetosphere and the ozone layer behave opaque to many of the cosmic radiations that bombard the Earth, and CO2 in the atmosphere is opaque to infrared radiation emitted by the planet, and from there, global warming. 3 daily examples indicating that even very dim propagation media have selective opacity at some of the frequencies of the waves they propagate. Gravitational waves were basically the entelechy raised by Maxwell and Heaviside in the 1890s, until 2015 LIGO experimentally confirmed the existence of its transient domain, and whose permanent domain I proved graphically in 2020. Even LIGO, the most relevant thing about gravitational waves was the Einstein's general relativity of the early 20th century. General relativity overshadowed Maxwell and Heaviside's hypothesis that equations for electromagnetic fields could also be reformulated for gravitational fields, on the way of their concepts on gravitational electric and gravitational magnetic induction. Due to concepts as gravitational electric and gravitational magnetic induction, equations for electromagnetic fields could also be reformulated for gravitational fields. Gravitational electric and gravitational magnetic inductions have not yet been addressed in due detail by general relativity. Considering the translational gravitational waves, we have as examples the Earth with a period of 10 to the 7 seconds, and the Sun with a period of 10 to the 15 seconds. For Earth 10 raised to 7 equals 1 Earth year, and for the Sun 10 raised to 15 equals more than 230 million Earth years, and these huge periods are far from the largest in the universe. It is surprising that the associated frequencies show values with negative exponents 10 to the -8 and 10 to the -16 respectively. This is because the Hertz, the unit for measuring cycles per second, works comfortably in the ranges of the conventional electromagnetic spectrum, but for the extended with gravitational waves requires the use of submultiples, and with those of de Broglie of larger multiples. This requirement is confirmed by verifying that frequency signals due to momenta are above 10 to the 60 for the Earth and the Sun waves, and neither are they the largest in the universe. Outside the event horizon, understanding the universe as an electromagnetic spectrum detached from gravity and other phenomena is a tunnel vision. The identical drop in gravitational fields of both light and objects with mass is the demonstration of the gravitational-electromagnetic continuum. Likewise, the waves generated according to Broglie's hypothesis integrate and expand the spectrum to a gravitational-electromagnetic subatomic continuum. This gravitational-electromagnetic continuum evidences that such a thing as emptiness in the universe cannot exist, let alone the absolute vacuum of Newtonian character.